Welcome back to another video. It's your favorite math professor here, Dr. Tarcia Hubert. In this video, we're going to be talking about calculating variance. Okay, so we're talking about calculating measures of dispersion, and variance is another measure of dispersion. In the previous video, we talked about calculating the range and the standard deviation, and so variance is connected to the standard deviation. And so let's jump right in. Before we talk about exactly what the variance is, let's just talk about some symbols that I did not address in the previous videos, and that is the symbols for the population. I've only talked about symbols for the sample. So this is a Greek letter mu. This is Greek letter mu, and it represents the population mean. So you still calculate the mean the same way, except it's the mean of the full population, all right? And then I did show you X bar. X bar represents the sample mean. So remember, that's when you take a subgroup of the population and you study that data. And this is another one I did not talk about in the last video. And this is a Greek letter sigma. And this represents the population standard deviation. So when you have the full population, you can calculate the standard deviation. Now, the formula for the population standard deviation differs just a little bit from the sample standard deviation. In the previous video, I told you how to calculate the standard deviation. That was for a sample, meaning you don't have the full population. Now, the difference is in those two, the population and the sample standard deviation, is what you divide in by. This formula looks a little different, but it gives you the same results as the process we went through earlier. The only thing that changes is what you divide the sum of the difference of the square differences of the data point and the mean. So with the population standard deviation, you divide by the number in the population, versus with the sample standard deviation, you divide by n minus 1, which we'll later learn is called the degrees of freedom, all right? So if it's the population, you'll divide by the full number in the population. If it's the sample, you'll divide by n minus 1, the sample size minus 1, okay? Those are just a few symbols I wanted to point out that I did not point out before. So make sure you jot those down on your notes. All right, and so now let's talk about what the variance is. The variance of a variable is the square of the standard deviation. So you have to calculate the standard deviation, then you just take the square of it. So we use two symbols. So we use sigma squared to represent the population variance. So now we know that sigma is the population standard deviation. So all you do is square that to get the population variance. And S squared is the sample variance. So we know that little s is the standard deviation of the sample. So if we want the sample variance, we just square little s. All right. So let's look at an example. The data below represents the first exam score of 10 students in a statistics class. We want to compute the population variance. So since it's asking us to compute the population variance, that means this is the full class. We have the score of every student. Now, if this was just a subset or a subgroup of the class, we will be dealing with the sample. But this is the full class. We're going to calculate the population variance. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this in Excel. I'm going to show you how to do it going step by step. Then I'm also going to show you how to do it just using the variance formula in Excel. I want you to know how to do it step by step and both ways, okay? So let's jump into Excel. Okay, so I'm in Excel and I have my scores here. These are my 10 scores in this column. And I have a few things written out. This is basically my chart, the chart that we use I have it set up that we use to find the standard deviation. We're going to go through step by step and calculate it. And then I have the sum here because we're going to take the sum of these. And since it's population, we're going to divide by capital N and not little n minus 1, okay? If it was a sample, we would divide by little n minus 1. Then we're going to take the square root of that. So we're going to go step by step, and then I'm going to show you just how to do it using a formula in here Excel, all right? But before we get started, we need to know the population mean, and so I'm going to use a formula here to calculate the mean. So I'm going to write equal, and then I'm going to type in average, and you'll see this average pop up. I'm going to double click it, and then it gives me a parenthesis. So I'm going to now select the data that I want to take the average of. So that is the data. I've selected that, and I'm going to put a close parentheses, and I'm going to hit enter. And that gives me the mean, the population mean, which is 79. So the next thing I want to do is I want to calculate the difference of each value and the mean. So I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to put minus, and I'm going to put 79 because 79 is the mean. So this gives me this data point minus the mean, which is 3. Now I'm going to click on this cell. I'm going to click in the corner, and I'm going to drag down. Now that gives me the difference between each data point and the mean. So next thing I need to do is square each of those values. So I'm going to type in equal, and to square means you just multiply the value by itself. So I'm going to click in this cell, and I'm going to do the multiplication symbol, and I'm going to click in this cell again, and I'm going to hit enter. So you can see it's doing B2 times B2. It's just going to take that number and multiply it by itself. And so it gives me 3 squared, which is 9. I'm going to click on that cell, click in the corner, and I'm going to drag it down. And it's going to take that same formula and apply it to every cell. So now I want to know the sum of those values. So here I'm going to put equal. I'm going to type in sum, parentheses. You can double click on it. If you don't double click on it, you need to type in a parentheses. And I'm going to select these values because I want to take the sum of those values. I'm going to put a closed parentheses and hit enter. So this gives me the sum of all of those differences. Now, what is my N? N is the size of the population. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, there were 10 students. So my N is 10. Alrighty. So here what I want to do is I want to take this sum and divide it by my N. So I'm going to type equal. I'm going to click this cell. I'm going to put my division symbol. And I'm going to click that cell. And that's going to give me this value divided by this value. Now I want to take the square root of that value. So I'm going to type in equal. I'm going to type in SQRT, which stands for square root. I'm going to double click it. It gives me parentheses. And inside the parentheses, I put what I want to take the square root of, which is this value right here. And I'm going to put close parentheses and hit equal. And it gives me the square root of that value, which is 9.818 and some more numbers. And this actually ends up being the population standard deviation, which is our sigma. Okay, let me see if I can enter in a sigma here. Equation. So I went to insert equation, and if you look, there is a sigma symbol right there. Oh, but it didn't enter it into my chart. But basically, I'm gonna put it over here because this is my sigma. That's my sigma here. This is my population standard deviation. All right. Now I did that step by step. I did it by hand. Now what I want to do is I want to take the population variance, and I'm going to type it here. Or the population variance is sigma squared. So I'm just going to type in population variance. And basically, I just want to hit equal. And since this is my population standard deviation, I'm going to do this value times, and I'm going to hit that value again. I just want to do that number of times itself. That's what it means to square something. And that gives me my population variance, which is 96.4. All right. So that is how you go through and do it step by step in Excel. Okay. Now we have a formula in Excel that will calculate these things for you. I waited to tell you because I wanted you to learn how to do it by hand first. And now, thanks to technology, we don't have to go through all of those steps. All right. So if you want to just calculate the standard deviation, the population standard deviation, you will hit equal and type in ST. And when you type in ST, you'll see standard deviation for population and standard deviation for sample. We want to double click on the standard deviation for population. And then we want to highlight the data, the raw data that we want to take the standard deviation of. And we want to close the parentheses and hit enter. And you see it gives us this value of 9.81835, which is exactly what we got here when we calculated it step by step. All right, and then if we want to find the variance, we will type equal, type in variance, and if you are VAR, you'll see variance of the population, variance of the sample. We want to take variance of a population. And again, we want to highlight the data that we're taking the variance of, close the parentheses, and hit equal. And you can see it gives us our population variance, which is exactly what we got over here when we calculated it step by step. All right. So this is how you can calculate the standard deviation and the variant population, standard deviation and variance using Excel. This is going step by step in Excel, and this is just using the formula to calculate it. Okay, so just to recap, standard deviation and variance are two measures of dispersion. Standard deviation tells you how spread out the numbers are in relationship to the mean of the data. And then the variance tells you how spread out the numbers are in the data set, and it takes into account the spread of the data. All right, it takes into account all of the data points in the set. So hopefully that helps to show you how to calculate the standard deviation and the variance. If you have any questions whatsoever on anything I did in this video or said, please don't hesitate to put your questions in the comments and I will respond as soon as I get a chance. So thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I will see you all in the next video.